Hello, Flosstube family. This is Sylvia with Running with Needles and Scissors, and it is Saturday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, a little after 3. And Saturday, this is August the 6th. Okay. Anyways, this Flosstube is about stitching mostly, but I do a few other things that I show intermittently. Oh, it's been a little bit. My indicator on Flosstube says it's been, on YouTube says it's been 4 weeks. I can't even believe that. I've had everything out for a whole week. I was going to do it last week and just couldn't pull it together. And then I actually filmed yesterday, and in between the doorbell rang, the dogs barked, my husband came home and yelled hello really loudly because I told him he was supposed to. Because a couple of weeks ago, I think, I was downstairs in the basement working on some things, and all of a sudden I just hear footsteps above me, and I thought, what is, and I was a little concerned. So I was in my sewing room, so I grabbed my big pointy sewing scissors and stormed upstairs to take care of business, and it was my husband. And I said, you need to yell really loud, hello, otherwise, I could have killed you. And he was laughing. But anyway, so now he yells hello really loudly. So all that was on tape, and it would have taken a lot to edit. And I was like, let me redo. So here I am for the second time. Let's see, I'm back recording on my iPad because I don't think it worked out really well with the phone, and the screen is smaller, and I just didn't like what I saw. So iPad it is. It's a doozy to get these uploaded. I have no idea what's going on. Why? Anyways, we'll see how this one goes. I'll try and keep it to half hour, 40 minutes, and those seem to be somewhat manageable and upload in about a 15-hour window. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. It's crazy. All right. First off, I wanted to thank everybody that commented. It's just always so lovely to have that interaction with you, and you guys leave such lovely, sweet comments. So thank you very much. I do try to get to everybody while I still can, and I have the time right now, so I do that. I can't promise that that will always be the case, but right now I am. I also wanted to say again, what helps videos is if you just hit the like button. Subscribing is lovely too. And if you want to give it a thumbs down, you can do that too, but it's no longer indicating how many thumbs down you get, so who cares? Okay, and the other thing I want to do is I want to apologize. So I made notes this time because I forgot half the stuff last time. So in the video from Country Sampler, I talk about Ann Wilson, and I admired Ann Wilson's stitching, and she was so nice. Well, it's not her name. Her name is Linda Wallace. So Linda, so sorry about that. I am really terrible with names. I have to have repeated contact and say the name over and over. Angela can tell you about it because I called her Lori and something else, I guess, during that weekend. I was just like, oh, okay. Anyways, I made sure that her name was Linda Wallace. I went to her Instagram, looked at all her beautiful stitching, which is fabulous. And that took another half hour because I was enlarging and looking at all her, she is an amazing stitcher. All right, so I've had a couple finishes. One is the Janet Scott sampler. It's done, but I'm not going to show it until it's all framed and ready to go. I think it turned out really nice. It's got such beautiful proportions. It's got a lot of eyelets, but there are ways around that if you don't want to stitch eyelets. I think they're really pretty, and I sort of get into a groove, and I find it very meditative to do the eyelets, but they do take a long time. But more on that later when I have it in my hand all framed. I finished day before yesterday. Oh, here it is. I finished Santa's Trips by Barbara Anna. It was a stitch along a mystery sale a couple years ago. you know, I saw this pattern and I was like, okay, it's kind of cute. I'm not going to do it. And I forget who I was watching that actually was working on it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And immediately signed up and you know, got to catch up on the downloads, and then got the rest of the things. And I think that was, well, let's look at the paper. Oh, 2020. So I'm, you know, a year and a half. That's not bad for me. So here it is. Da, 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 da. Oops. It is so stinking cute. And all those little snowflakes and all that, you know, stuff does take its time. I think the border is really what makes this piece. So yes, so super happy with this and can't wait to get it framed. I've been trying out all my frames that I have here, and that didn't, you know, nothing panned out. So I might have to send it out to get framed. We'll see. I'll work on it. But this is 40 count dirty linen by Zweigart. I think that's what it calls for. And so I just think it's so cute. Love, love, love it. Very pleased. I put the last stitch in during a book club with the Rocky Mountain Sampler Guild. They're doing a book club, interesting lineup of books. The first one we read was, I think it was called The Poison Thread. A little dark, which I don't mind. A little twisty, which I don't mind either. So, and it was a good discussion, and I really enjoyed the ladies. Although it's late for me because it doesn't start until 9 p.m. my time and goes till 10, maybe a little after 10. I usually try to wind down around 10ish. So it means I stop activity at about 9:30. Yeah, old lady. But I have old lady dog here who yanks me out of bed at about 5 a.m. So that's when she's done, and so she taps me and at the side of the bed. They usually sleep with us in the bed, but for the summer, both dogs are like, we're out and they're on the floor. Anyway, so once I get up, I'm up and can't, yeah. Anyway, so there's this. The other thing I finished, and this was a while ago, was a project that I started before I moved to Germany, probably in 2008. And as I was organizing, cleaning up my stash before we moved, I came across this, and I'm like, I was really close, and I said, oh, just finish it. And it's a little teaching piece by Linda Vinson from Needle Made Design. It's called the Reversible Cross Stitch Sampler. And so this is the front, this is the back. And honestly, that's about all the reversible cross stitch I want to do, to be honest. Anyways, you know, that's another one that's slower, because, you know, sometimes you travel over the same leg again, so that in the back you have also cross stitches. And this is stitched on a lower count linen. This is the front, this is the back. So let's show you the front. And I think I stitched it, this looks like to be an R&R linen, and I stitched it with a Weeks Dye Works, I think Raspberry Parfait is the name. So it's a little pinker than what you're seeing on your screen, at least on my screen. So that's the front. And this is the back. So pretty clean. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. The question is, you know, how I'm going to frame this, or I can hem stitch, which I've never done before, but I'm sure I can figure it out. But it's probably just going to remain like this for a while. All right. Well, and the other thing that's been occupying my time is I am charting another reproduction sampler. Boy, this one's full of surprises. It's a wool sampler. Oh my gosh, it's a booger. And the minute I started stitching it, so I got most of it charted, just not the middle part. But I sat down and I just was dying to start, and you know, I had all my colors, and I'm doing it in DMC because there's a ton of colors. And I grabbed my linen, sat down, and immediately was like, oh, not this color, not that color, you know, and started switching out colors. So then I was missing one that I really, really needed. And today I ran to Hobby Lobby. I took the sampler with me and stood there and, you know, just redid the colors and had alternates depending on what things were going to look like on the linen. But the light was really good there. And I do have a decent light here, but the light was really good there. And so I'm looking at this sampler and I'm like, wait a minute. This girl switches colors, like a blue and then another blue, but you need really good light to see that it is a different blue. And you know, I flipped it over the back, and sure enough, and on the border, the greens, I thought they were all the same. Like one green was all the same from the leaves, and that, you know, some of the variations that I was seeing was fading, like in sections that it got hit by the sun. Nope, not the case. Different greens. And I was like, so I'll have to work on the chart a little bit. But if you remember last time, I said if anybody sees any Steinbeck anywhere, 40 count, 46 count, let me know, because I was looking for it for this particular sampler. And that's needle and flax linen. And sweet Rachel reached out to me and said, I'll send you a piece of Steinbeck. She goes, I don't have 40, and I'm like, 46 count is perfectly all right. I enjoy 46 count as well. And she asked me if a fat quarter was enough. And I was like, yep, that should do it. And so, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for this Steinbeck linen because I can't wait to see how it looks on, the colors look on this thing. I just had it in my mind. And a couple days ago, you know, there's a package, and it's got tons of linen in there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, I was expecting a fat quarter of Steinbeck, and she was just so generous, and sent me a few other pieces. So I'm going to show them, and I sort of arrayed them here on my lap. Okay. So what we've got here, make sure everything's showing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm starting on this side. This is a piece of Thornfield, or that I actually got from Tinsmith's wife. So I bought that. Then she sent Alcott, Brea, this one, Dirty Teacup, Hemingway, and here's Steinbeck. And you can see the start of my sampler. It's upside down, but there's a green missing in there, and these beautiful little buds go all the way around. It's gonna be a lot of stitching, but I'm really looking forward to it. So that was my big surprise from Rachel from Needle and Flax. I thank you so much. I appreciate it greatly, and the sampler is just gonna look beautiful on this linen. I have a little bit more linen haul, which I also got this from Tinsmith's wife. It's Lakeside Linen 46 count, vintage bittersweet and vintage cedar plank. Also so pretty. Hoopla, something just flew off the couch. And then my fabric of the month came in from XJU Design. That was a surprise, the color, because it's supposed to be sampler colors, and I don't think this is a sampler color per se. I think it's more Halloween. It's very pretty. It's just totally out of my wheelhouse. I always get a 46 fat half. But anyways, maybe one day I'll be inspired and something will be put on it. She always sends a little something else. They're really wrapped beautifully with a little bit of her dyed trim. And then she sent some silk floss, which is super pretty. Super pretty. Now this I really like. And as usual, I love the smell of her linen. And her linen just is like, it's cool and smooth and just beautiful. And it stitches I just love it. Okay, put that away. And I also snagged a piece of 40 count Tempest from the Primitive Hair on Stash Unload. And this is a very pretty piece of linen. So, you know, things look a little purple sometimes, but it's not. It's not purple at all. But yeah, there's something very cool is going on here. We'll see what I find. That's the linen. Okay, let's talk about whips. There aren't many. I have a ton of them, but not whips, new starts. So you remember last time, well, hopefully you did, I showed the absolutely gorgeous BG 1874 by Samplers Not Forgotten. And I said, you know, this does not really show how beautiful it is. I believe it's the antique. Anyways, so Brenda Holzman, who you can find on Instagram and whose stitching is also just top-notch beautiful, and she's prolific, contacted me and said, well, how about we do a really slow sal? Would you be up for that on this one? I was like, I said, yeah, you can you can take me there. And so, you know, I immediately ran and organized my floss and sat down and dug for linen. It's called for 36 count. I thought I will do it on 36 count, and found a piece I loved and started. And this is the start of my first start. Yes, not everything is okay, so it's really little, but I thought things looked really good on it. So here it is. But then when I stitched this and I was done for the, you know, I was gonna put it aside, I said, make sure, measure. I usually measure first, but I thought, no, this is big enough. How could it not be big enough? It seemed very big, this piece, but alas, it is not big enough because it's not long enough. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to start over, which is no big deal with that little bit. But the problem was finding a big enough piece with the color I wanted, and I didn't have it. And I didn't want to order it because I have lots of linen. You know, isn't that funny? I mean, I've ordered linen all over the place, but no, for this one, I didn't want to order linen. I was like, I got lots of 36 count. Anyway, so I ended up dyeing some linen that I had. I dyed 2 pieces. Both of them weren't what I wanted. And then on the 3rd try, I finally got something I was okay with, happy with. And so I restarted it. And I'm in the middle of my stitch here. Pull that thread to the side. So this is my restart. And I mean, gosh, it's so pretty. Let me pull the floss out. So this is going to be hashtagged with it's going to have a hashtag slowest sal. It's going to be the slowest. Because I think maybe if I'm lucky, I can commit 2 hours a week to it. It'll be, you know, slow going. It'll just take shape very slowly, but I really am looking forward to working on it. I think Brenda said she's going to do 1 thread a day. She's going to try. And I would say if you want to join in, you do not have to stitch on this one, but just pick a nice big project that you have that you've wanted to start and can't commit a lot of time to, or one that you're working on and haven't, you know, picked it up in a while. Just do whatever whatever you're comfortable with within the slowest sal, and join us. I would say that my friends with the, you know, lightning needles that are on fire, it's not that you're not invited, you are, but please be kind to us, the slow stitchers. Okay, here are the colors. Oof. As usual, things are always a little bit windblown here. All right, so, and yeah, it's going to be a beauty. Just gorgeous. Slowest Sal. Let me know if you want to join. I would love it. And it goes back. And this is a bed sheet. This is huge. It will be a really big sampler. How long is this thing? It's not that high, but it sure is long. Let's see here. I don't want to show the pattern anywhere. Let's see where the page is that I'm looking for. 496 wide, so almost 500 wide. It's a doozy. And this lives in my very fun summer bag that Lisa, my friend Lisa, made for me. So I love it. Okay. That's the whip. That's all I got. I can't, well, you saw my other start on my sampler. You won't be seeing that one. So that's going to be stitching and really focused stitching. So I'm sitting here going, I'm wondering what I'm going to be showing. But I got plenty of what's in the bag and other things. So let's do that. What's in the bag? Well, sweet Santa's trips lived in this bag, which is a bag that my sweet friend Michelle sewed for me a couple years ago for Christmas, or maybe last year. And everything kind of melts together. Just fun fabrics, and the front fabric is dark. Love it. Anyways, I have a few more Christmas things in here. This in a very fancy, not even Ziploc freezer bag from Germany. I use these all the time. Not for my crafts, for in the kitchen, but you know, for some odd reason I popped this in here. So this is the Brenda Gervais, the Snowball. Oh, it's so cute. I want to do it so badly. And well, this just tells me what DMC I'm still missing. And we picked, now I got this from my Texas, local needlework shop, the Stitch Niche, which is really a fun shop. And I love the owners. I'm always happy when I get to buy from them. So the Snowball and the requisite DMCs are here. I've got the little button pack, which I forgot to share with you, Lisa. So I'm putting some in your birthday package that will go out soon. And I'm planning to stitch these on 40 count platinum. Platinum is a color that almost everything looks good on. I love platinum. Okay, and the other thing that is in here, are my cheater glasses. Let me pull those out. Is Winter Rose Manor. I'm trying to find the cover page. Let's see here. There it is. Oh, it's my working copy. Okay. Oh my gosh, when this came out, I was so eager to stitch this. And this is, yeah, it's very wrinkly. So sorry, Winter Rose. That is no reflection on how much I love you. Anyways, so this is on 46 count, I believe. And very wrinkled. Let me hold that. That's as far as I got that one time when I first decided to stitch on this. I love it, and I'll be pulling this out at some point and continuing. Now, this is 46 count. I said that it's from Victorian Motto. The stuff I got while she was keeping up with the club. You know, unfortunately, those of you who were involved with that did not go well. Very sad, because her linen is really, really nice as well. And so not everything that's called for, but close enough. There are the colors. Everything looks so neutral today. There we go. All right. That's all my Christmas stuff. Well, not all of it, of course not, but that's in that bag. Oh, let's see here. Now, actually, these bags that I'm showing right now, they are out in by my chair. Means that I love them. So they're out. It means that something's in there that I really want to stitch on, you know, and what I found shortly after we moved here was a vintage record, a mid-century modern record table. And so it's a metal table. It's got a grate on top that has a design stamped in it with tiny little holes. So that's where, you know, all my tools and whatnot are sitting. And then below, which the reason I got it is that below it's got these slots for the records, and project bags fit in there perfect. So I just have them slotted in there underneath. Yeah, I pull them out every once in a while, longingly look inside, and then put them all back because I'm working on some stuff here for running with needles and scissors. Anyways, this is in my favorite little hedgehog bag that Lisa made for me because she knows I just geek out over hedgehogs. I'm going to order that fabric from Tula Pink, the Who's Your Dandy, the purple version, and make a couple bags. I love that hedgehog. I love that little hedgehog. All right. Pull on my fancy zipper pull. It's thundering out there. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you know, little printed patterns. That's how they end up looking. This is Sarah Ann Banton, 1833, from Cozy Egg Designs, the Legacy Collection. This is the adaptation. So it's not the full sampler. And, you know, of course, Michelle finished hers because she published this pattern. Her good friend Sylvia. Let's see. I didn't, so, but I love it nonetheless. All right, here we go. This is as far as I got it. And I did put the whole border in, which is unusual for me, but I have actually come to the conclusion that it's better to put that border in because it anchors you and you make less placement mistakes. And I am an expert at starting in the wrong place. So this has kind of helped me stay on track, putting the whole border in. But yeah, she is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I am using hand-dyed fibers. We're losing a little daylight. I'm coming closer. This is more blue than it looks like. It really is very, very pretty. This looks a little washed out, but has a green tint to it. And this blue is, I mean, if I come really close, you can see it's a beautiful blue. All right. And yeah, I mean, the colors are really, really nice. Ooh, gotta get back to this one. She's so pretty. The pattern's great. Michelle did a wonderful job on it. And for being her first reproduction, oh my gosh, you know, she decided to just jump into boiling water right away and tackle a really difficult sampler to chart, and she did an amazing job. Super proud of her. All right, more what's in the bag. Yes. So I love these bags, honestly. They're from Blue Q. They're 95% post-consumer, made of post-consumer plastic. Unfortunately, they don't make this size anymore. That really bums me out. Blue Q, if you watch my floss tubes, which I know you don't, but I wish they'd bring back these bags, this size. Anyways, let's see what I put in there. Oh, okay. Yes. So this is Christiana, isn't that a nice name? Christiana Richardson, 1841. It's a black sampler, I think, or dark blue, done by Jennifer Richardson and Kim Gavlik. And they used to be Leila May Designs. Kim no longer participates in that. So I think Jennifer is out on her own. But the kit included this board and the nails to hammer your finished sampler in. I ditched the black DMC and switched to a silk from Vicki Clayton. which this is a premium silk. That means I still only need one strand, even if I'm stitching on lower count fabric. So, oh, it just looks red here. It's not. It's black and red. I don't know how to get... still not. It's way redder than it actually is. It's really, really dark. Isn't that funny how that... But let's see here. This is my start. It goes really fast, and I should really make this a travel project. So there is that. And there you can see maybe a little bit more of the variegation, and really truly there's black in this, black and red. It's lovely. So, and then when I'm done, it goes on the blackboard. All right. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Having a few issues. Another fantastic bag by Lisa. And yeah, it's probably more Christmassy, but what I have in there, let's see what it is the Berry Bowl sampler. I am almost, I mean, you know, I have a little bit left and need to really, really pull that out and finish it. Lisa already put her initial, Lisa's long done with hers because she's a speedy needle person. There's my little hedgehog. Ooh, so cute. Yeah, so there's a lot done on this one. And this was almost all done in the morning. I listened to the Bible in 1 year in the mornings, and sometimes if I have more time, I will listen to somebody's sermon or teaching. But anyways, so this was all done consuming God's word. And she put her initials on there, which I love, and mine are going to go over here, I think, right? But yep, just a little bit more. So this is probably up next to finish. And I have a frame ready to go and everything. And this is on the called for with the called for. That keeps it easy, doesn't it? Simple. Oh, this one. It's here. It's in my record holder table because I don't have much. I just don't have much to do on this. And I really need to. This is Tendai Sheep with Mary Cox. And I really only have this and this to stitch. Of course, then comes the finishing. And, you know, my favorite saying is, I've stitched it, now I can ruin it with finishing. I'm not a finisher. I do finish things, and if I did it more, I know I would get better. But I chronically cut things too tight, too short. I just, you know, I sweat down there in my little cave of wonders. And it's not a cave of wonders. It's a cave of mishaps. There you go. Anyways. Is what it is. I need more practice. And here's the band. It's all done. Now, my little tree with the spoke wheels, I'll zoom in on that, man. They're pretty bad. I might redo them because, evidently having tension issues. I said, you can't cross the prairie on these wagon wheels, that's for sure. They're going nowhere. I may redo these to make them a little better. I'm a better stitcher. This was done in 2011. No comment. Back in the bag, my lovely. All right. And the last thing I have back here is a bag I made that I'm just goofy about, and I wanted to show you guys. There's nothing in it yet. I've got to find something fun. If you follow me on Instagram, which is I'm running with needles and scissors _ between the words, or Sylvia Stecker. You can find me there. I've put all the info down below. And I showed this on my Instagram, but yeah. Oh, so fun. So fun. My little cowgirl's getting the horse ready to go to town. So this was a panel. It's called Electric Cowgirl, and they're different ones. And so they're all getting turned into bags, and I'll keep this one, but the others will work their way out of the house at some point or another. That's it for what's in the bag. I still have, well, I did have 3 bags here. I'm leaving for Colorado Springs tomorrow for a week. I'm traveling back on next Saturday. My planning is, I just didn't, you know, make the connection. The Colorado, the the Sampler Guild of the Rockies, there you go, is having a, you know, stitch get together on the 13th. And I'm, you know, if I'd planned it properly, I could have stayed and gone to that, but I didn't. So I'll be on a plane bright and early at 6 a.m. winging my way back to Dayton. But here's what I'm going to take. So this is another one of those blue Q bags. People I want to meet. Number 1, dogs. There you go. Okay. So what's in here? This is stuff I'm taking with. It's going to take me a little over 8 hours to get there. And then coming back, it's about 5.5 if everything goes well. But I'm loaded for bear. And oopsie. And should anything happen, I have plenty to stitch. Oh, sorry about the glare. This is the little kit we got at Country Sampler. It's called Flag Day Pincushion. I showed you last time where I was. I haven't made any progress whatsoever. I haven't had it out, but hopefully on this trip I'll get some more stitches in. We are, is this the front? No, this is the front. Good night. All right, this is the front. So you see little square stitches, and these are little Smyrnas. So that'll be a little while going over. Everything's falling off my lap, and my dogs are laying right underneath my feet, and they're like, what is happening? Poor babies. Oh, at least it's just floss falling on their heads and light bags. All right, well, these are very slippery, evidently. There's no traction. Okay, you go in there. Let me retrieve this one. And here, what did I throw in here? This one, the Strawberry Liberty that I got from also, oopsie, Country Sampler. I was on a phone call. It just went on forever. And my kit was laying there, so I pulled it out and said, oh, I'm just going to start. Well, yeah, there's little Smyrnas here. That's it. Anyways, if I feel like it, I put everything on a little board. There you go. So this is all silk. It comes complete with silk needle and fabric. Just the finishing fabric isn't in, but it's super cute. And Linda's charts are always great. And the other thing that is in here, is, I don't want to show the pattern. I did show it already. There, we'll do it. Wait. Is Plum Street Sampler, the little companion to Sweet Summer. There it is. Some people are done with it. All I have is some stitching and mistakes on mine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start it over because I'm off a thread and I fixed it, but now I'm not coming up where, you know, like you're supposed to come up with on this side of the thread that's going over the top thread. Anyways, I'm not anymore, and I don't want to stitch the whole piece this way, so ignore. Well, I'll show you. That's where I started. So somewhere in here I made a mistake and I had to fix it this way, but then I decided, nope, we're going to start it over on the other side. I'll just flip it up on its head and start over again. So there is that. And the thing I'm really going to focus on during this trip is in this little bag. And I am going to, I already stitched 2 of the Santas, and I still have this one, the Birds of the Feather Black Santa, and the Gold Santa to go. I did buy some gold thread, 2 different things. I bought a gold DMC on a spool, and then also some sewing thread that's metallic to see, oh, excuse me, what's going to work. And if not, I also have a yellow in here that I've been substituting on all the others. I didn't use any metallics on all the others, but I'm stitching it what I think is 35 count cocoa. So there's still enough for 2 of them, one here and one here. And that's my focus for this trip. Let's see how much I get done. And here are all the colors for both of them, except for the gold, which I just picked up today at Hobby Lobby. So there it is. Yay! And they are so stinking cute when they're done. Seriously, I just love them. So it'd be great if I could get both of them done, and then this is finished. All right, we're at 40 minutes. Let me just do stash real quick. I got to go to Keepsakes. They have a summer stitch, and she always brings her shop models that she's no longer going to have. That's the only place you can buy them, and I found one. I love it. I'll show you in just a minute. All right, and it was a fun day. You get to sit and stitch and meet new people and have a nice lunch. It's perfect, just what I needed. So here is Brenda Gervais, the beekeepers. My husband is a beekeeper. We have bees, so lots of stories to tell there actually. But I saw the model. Oh, Keepsakes has models just everywhere and tons of creative finishing. It's so much fun to walk through that store. Anyways, I saw that and I'm like, yeah, I need that. I come to pick this up, the Lottie Docket to gather again. And I am not going to put again here in small. I'm going to continue on, and so I probably have to switch out the linen. If there's linen in there, I don't know if there is or not. Anyways, and here are the colors. I think it's really super cute. And I'll look inside, see if linen's in there. I'm gonna make it long. I'm not gonna make it into a drum, and I'll show you why. Let's see. Nope, no linen, perfect. Because I got this fantastic board at Keepsakes, and it's perfect for this. So I want to mount it on the board. That's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm going to make it a little longer. Speaking of boards, at Hobby Lobby, their spring stuff is 75% off, and they had a couple of big boards with handles on them. Let's see, originally $30, 75% off is $7 or $8, somewhere around there. Not bad at all. I got a smaller one, but I'm regretting not picking up the bigger one, because I think there are some really cool Christmas things that you could put on there and just lean it up by the Christmas tree. Okay, yes, I am in the Threads of History Club from Country Sampler, so you've seen this one. The first one, Lydia R. Cohagen, maybe that's the way she pronounces it, but it's a beauty. They always package their stuff so nicely. This comes with 36 count fabric only. I do know that you can get this kit from Country Sampler. They'll charge you a little bit more, but it's on their website. So if you're interested, I would hurry up and order it there. Oh, last thing. I still have a pile of stash, but we're not going to get to it. Where is it? There it is. I was digging through Facebook Marketplace. I was actually looking for sometimes people list antique samplers, so I check it regularly. And I just had antique needlework, I don't know what, but this came up, and it was under $10, brand new, and I grabbed it. I had it in my cart, lickety-split. It's a hillside sampling tray with the full kit, although I have to say I'm not super inspired by this. But, you know, maybe in a fit of depression. Oopsie, sorry for the glare. I'll stitch this. But isn't that fun? And this is number 42 out of 700. So she's got another 699 siblings out there somewhere. Raise your hand if you got this. All right. Anyways, tickled pink for 10 bucks. Under 10. Okay. Boy, that wraps it up. I tried to hurry and it's still 44 minutes long. I hope you're having a good summer. Sorry, the dog was doing something there. I hope you're having a good summer, getting a lot of stitching in. I'm looking forward to a little change of pace and weather for Colorado Springs. And then I'll be back, and I believe in October I have to cross the pond for work. Where exactly we're going, my boss hasn't decided yet. I wish he would, and I don't have the dates yet. I wish he would, so that I can make plans all around that. And the other thing I've got coming up is I am putting together a small retreat for my friends up in December up in Pittsford, New York with Hobby House. We want to visit that store, and so it's just a very small group, and I'm going to test it out, and maybe if I haven't lost my mind yet, by next year I might put together a bigger retreat. It's just a fun stitching retreat. There's not going to be, it's just a getaway to stitch and chat and get to know each other and spend money at Hobby House. So anyways, that's it for me. You guys stay happy, healthy, and terrific until we see each other again. Bye. Love you.